Bert and Law here with me today at the Don's Den.
What it is, bro?
Good morning. I'm your bestie, Bert.
Welcome to our Saturday Morning Madness.
It carried Cash Money until Lil Wayne started smelling himself. I listen to 400 Degrees at least 3 times a week. Yeah. You gotta get us shut down.
Bitch, what you doing? I'm just trying to find out. Help me understand. Bitch, what you doing? Yo, what's going on, y'all? Live in the Don's Den. It's Bert and Law here. Got my brethren over here. What going, brethren? Brother to the Lord. And then I got my girl, Bestie Brit over here, and then Twan and Don. What's going on, y'all?
Man, I'm just so happy to be here. It is a feel-good Saturday morning. Last time we were here, we were all looking like some sad puppies in the face. And the moment we signed off the show, CNN projected the news that we were all waiting for. It was like a sigh of relief for me. They projected the 46th president of these United States of America, and I tell you, I have not felt as good as I have been feeling these past few days, man.
Joe, we did it, Joe. We did it.
Oh my goodness, I felt really, really excited. More than anything, I'm just happy these text messages are stopping. And calls.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Please don't text me. Please don't text me. But the best part was later that night, where I want to say in Joseph's hometown, Delaware, he actually did a speech, his acceptance speech. So take a look.
I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify. Who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States.
I mean, the night was beautiful, but the funny part about it is that some of these people, President Trump, is still refusing to concede. Like, what is really going on? How do y'all feel about, like, I don't know what my thought process is on this right now, but he's completely delusional at this point.
I'm gonna be if a bitch try to find me clocking in tomorrow. Okay. Man, don't worry, bitch. I'm walking behind somebody else. Are we in? Okay.
Them Trump say you're gonna have to take them out in a U-Haul truck yourself.
Yeah, here, brethren. Yeah, here.
You're not leaving nowhere. You have to stay where you are. Stay put right now forever.
This is ridiculously crazy. I mean, Fox News is so absurd. They've even gone to the lengths of interviewing a freaking silhouette talking about the Biden ban.
Now walk the audience through what happened.
I went out to go for a walk on my break, and I probably had a 150, 175-foot stretch where I was walking. The Biden van was parked along this stretch, and I was walking to it, so about 150 feet I was walking, and I could see these people hand over what appeared to be white envelopes.
I mean, it's sick. And then you have people like my girl. I was telling Brittany earlier in the week, I was this close to blocking Wendy from all of my social media outlets. Like, she had the audacity to go on her show and knowing damn well that in the history of us voting in these United States of America, there's never been, like, known or, evidence of, like, real election fraud. She said that Donald Trump has every right in the book to investigate this election if he believes that it was stolen from him.
And I do believe that Donald Trump, our president, has every right to investigate. If he feels that if he feels that this election was stolen from him, then he has the right.
She know what happened last time her ass called for an investigation. She found out some things that she didn't want to know. So when you call to investigate, it's not always going to turn out in your favor. Now you're husbandless, and he's got a whole other child. So Miss Wendy, get your ass together.
Get your man.
You know I'll block somebody quick.
Quickness.
Listen, Grizzly.
As soon as I thought about it, because I'm not even going to go there. Listen, it's time for the inside scoop, and she is here with the dish. Let's take a bite with my girl, Bestie Brit.
Hi, my name is Brittany, bitch.
Brit, what's going on, baby?
Good morning. There's so much going on. This week has been presidential, of course, still talking about Trump. But the juicy stuff, the stuff I love and, feel for, was this week Laura Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. I think they divorced back in 2018. but she went on a talk show and basically talked about how she actually dated Tristan Thompson before Khloe.
Before Khloe or any of them even knew he existed. I was seeing him. I had him come to LA. I brought him to a party Kim had. I introduced him to all of them. And then a week later, maybe 10 days later, he started seeing Khloe, which is fine. I don't even care.
And you know, Khloe gave hell about Jordan supposedly kissing him, you know, against his will. You know, that's why she's not a part of the Kardashian family anymore. And she's out and about on her own. But, you know, everybody's saying that Khloe is actually the man stealer because Laura was supposed to be their besties, their friend. How y'all feel? Well, I know some of y'all ain't gonna care, but how do people that care about stuff like this feel?
Well, Khloe
is real.
Khloe is a Kardashian, right?
Khloe is a Kardashian.
They
the
all still
one.
men. Was he black?
Absolutely,
okay,
he's black.
So
he's a basketball player.
She's a Kardashian, and he's black. Football player, basketball player?
He's a basketball player.
Basketball player. Millionaire. He falls under the category to be stolen by a Kardashian. They're all sloremongers, they're scumbags, and they really need to get their lives together. I mean, they came up off black men, and before y'all even say I bash men, I get so mad at black men. Not saying that they're not allowed to date outside of their race, but I mean, these girls are after one thing. They're after our football players. They're after our basketball players. They're after our black men with money. And sometimes the black men with the money, they see these bitches as exotic. Just like a car, when you roll it off of the lot, the value goes down. So I'm not here for that conversation. Carry on,
You know how many dealerships tell you about down payment programs? I'm automatically approved. I only got the 40 down. So it don't matter. I only got the 40.
You think that's what Tristan said? Tristan is
That's
having a ball.
Tristan's problem. That's Tristan's problem.
He's a loser.
Everybody type 2.
He's a loser. And just like these two men here, not taking anything away from them, but every morning they wake up with a boner and they need to get it off. They need to get their rocks off. And Tristan's one of the men that has a plethora of women in,
plethora.
How dare he?
He's disgusting. And
Laura Pippen.
Khloe Kardashian.
First of all, she's so old. Ugh.
Yeah,
she's
like 60 with a 40-year-old face. And listen, I'm going to say some things that's going to get me in trouble. So I'd rather not. I'm so sick of the Kardashians.
We can skip it.
There's something else we can talk about. I'm so sick of the Kardashians.
Y'all ever had snap-ass hooks? That's what she got.
We can definitely talk about something. We can talk about something else. We're going to leave the Kardashians alone, Bert. But most importantly, you know, this is dear to my heart. It's something that I stand behind a lot. And it's the Free Britney movement. As you guys know, Britney Spears' father, back in 2007, when, you know, she had a little mental breakdown, had the umbrella, you know, shaved her head off.
Is that where your background come from that era? Is that part of the scene where your background is right now?
This was before then. This is when she was out having a good party.
Okay.
But yeah, in 2007, Britney had a meltdown. It was just a lot going on in her world. You know, the life of a celebrity and someone of her, you know, genius is hard. So I understand. Britney Spears, my last name is S. We're like sisters almost. Anyways, but her dad basically took over everything. And 12 years later, he still runs everything. She cannot do anything without him signing. So she basically went to court, actually this week, to try to regain her freedom. And the judge was like, no bueno.
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
the judge told her no about her freedom?
No, he cannot take her dad off of it. Her dad, Jamie Spears, is still over all of her finances, over her business obligations. And since then, she's not crazy anymore.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, this year she is, but last year she was.
Is the judge...
How y'all say? As he should.
She burned it down her gym this year.
Hi guys, I'm in my gym right now. I haven't been in here for like 6 months because I burnt my gym down, unfortunately. I had 2 candles and yeah, one thing led to another and I burned it down.
Is the judge thinking that she's not mentally stable to hold her own? Like, I just
Do
can't
you
imagine.
think she's mentally stable?
It's dirty.
Y'all think she's not?
It's dirty.
I just can't imagine.
Why would you give her state back to her? It's dirty. She's right now. She's probably in the halfway house right now. Singing.
Okay. This year was hard on everybody, so I'm not going to talk about the 2020 Britney because Britney did burn down her gym, but it was with a candle. That's neither here nor there. She dances online for free and just does weird stuff, and But
I want to sign her money back to her.
2019 Britney, 2018 Britney, she was in Vegas. She was doing shows. She was doing, promo. She was making a lot of money, and this man doesn't work for anything.
I help her spend that bit too. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna monitor it, but I'm gonna help her spend that bit too.
Y'all part of the problem. Get that money back to Britney. Free Britney.
Hashtag free Britney, and that's what it is.
Poppin' losers, we're going to free Britney.
Listen, that's what it is, and that is a bite with Bestie Britt. Thank you so much for that, Britt. We appreciate it. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Bites with Bestie Britt. I definitely follow back, travel, foodie, and spo, podcast life. I got it.
That's my girl. All right, from one hoodlum to the next. Bert, what you got with Bert's Bizarre Story of the Week? Talk to us, man.
Oh, man. Now, I don't really, be wanting to talk about families, but I guess we got some fucked up people in the world. And, it happened over here in Nashville, Tennessee this time. Lady's name is Laronda Jolly. And from the understanding of what I'm getting from the story, Miss Laronda, black African-American lady, middle age, went in the house with her 4 kids. I guess they were slightly mentally challenged, because that's questionable to me if they're actually mentally challenged. I think they got a little sense. But she was in the house and she told him, hey, I'm going to bed. Don't disturb me. So she goes to bed, and, as time goes by, I guess family was calling, hey, where's my sister? The sister calling for her. People stopping by, they're like, yeah, my mom upstairs in the bed. So I guess eventually people got tired of that same response, and somebody eventually went up to bed. I think it was a brother or somebody went upstairs, and they discovered she was upstairs under a pile of clothes, dead. So when they called the police found out this lady been dead for almost, 2 years, I think? Wow. So it's like, this, I don't know, it's crazy. But at the same time, you got the 4 kids that they say are mentally challenged were staying in the house with her. They were using the excuse saying she was asleep, but then they threw clothes on top of her to hide her body. So I'm just trying to understand from y'all what the fuck is going on.
No, this belongs on the ID channel. This is insane. So these people are just and about and living life. Like,
it's not funny. It's just the way Bert explained the story.
I don't even know how to go forward from it. I don't even know how to relate to this.
No, I gotta look into that.
Bizarre. It's bizarre.
I get to the bottom of it. Ooh.
No,
I don't think I understand anything you just said. I'm lost. So the mom, she told her kids she was going to bed.
Yep.
Don't bother me.
Don't bother me.
Regular black mama response.
Typical black mama response.
Like all you mamas out here, y'all don't want to be bothered. You want to be sneaking in the room to do your thing. Don't tell them children to leave you alone, man. Just tell them children you coming back out. Don't tell them leave you in the room, because your ass going to end up stinking.
It's not funny. It is not funny. So
that's a bizarre story. Please put the link.
So was she in the bed and they were just putting clothes on top of her?
But she in the bed stinking. I don't know if they were throwing the clothes over like, yeah, she stank, bitch. So they just dumping clothes like, maybe it's gonna discover, hide the smell. But bitch, I'm looking for them folk to be in jail.
No, there's something wrong.
Okay, well
they knew what was going on. They knew exactly what the fuck was going on. Ain't that's how y'all said? You know exactly what the fuck going on right there.
I don't know, but when I hear this, I'm like, I know you fucking lying. That was my first initial response. All right, so I'm gonna put the link to this story in the comments so they can check the story out themselves.
Please.
This is ridiculously crazy. Like
Get
ridiculously
in touch
crazy.
with the investigators.
I just want to know who the source of the story was. Who?
Yeah, me too.
Shit,
No, it's a
this
real
from
news
the
story.
Davis- This from the Davidson County Sheriff's Office. This on the coroner's report.
Who told this story to the police? Like, who?
Is it the handicapped kid?
Her brother, the one that her brother eventually got tired of the excuses and came to the house and went upstairs
For
and
2
found her
years?
like that. So hey,
You better
you
been
know how
something.
some of y'all ain't close, I guess. You
Yeah,
know,
true.
You here and there. I guess. I don't know.
So we taking the word for not one mentally challenged person. No offense.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Brittany now because I'm looking at her. Sorry.
Four of them.
At a group.
Yeah. Okay. So they had 2 years to come up with this story, and that's the best that all four of them can come up with together?
So what do y'all think actually happened? Like, if you were
They
there.
murdered her. I'm for certain. I have watched enough ID investigative channel to know a murderer when I see one.
Even if they were intellectually disabled, you think they can pull a murder off?
You can say anybody's intellectually disabled. Like,
you're true.
Nah, they're intellectually able. Bitch, you pulling off a murder like OJ? Come on, man. And they ain't about to get charged. Come on, man.
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more disturbing.
They're doing better than the Menendez brothers.
I've never smelled a dead body, but the way that it's been described through movies and just from people, it's awful. So I can't imagine being inside of a home for 2 years and smelling that. I don't know.
If you putting in plug-ins all the time, you don't.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how are these kids able to cook and
they get
take care of themselves? Like, they get checks. Who took them to the grocery store? Who washed their clothes? Like, if they had enough sense to do that, they had enough sense to know that their mom was in the bed dead. Like, come on now.
This is serious.
And doesn't your body decompose? Like, when they found the mom, if I'm not mistaken, as I read the story, like she was down to her bones. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Y'all think they killed her, or y'all think they like kind of was like eating her? Like, do you think they ate her or something?
They probably had food while they're at it.
Okay.
Let me. I gotta chime in. I do not think they ate her. I do think that they.
This is bites.
I do think they have been cashing in on their monthly checks. I know there's a. Come on, man. I know the game.
Now, I'm not being funny when I say this, but from the mentally challenged people that I personally know, whether it be from a church that I've grew up in or whatever, most times their caregivers are so mean. They're so mean to these kids. So could it be a case where they like kind of
felt abused?
Felt abused. Like for her to say those words, because when our mama said those words, those were her words. Like, all right, now that's it. I'm about to go get in the bed. Y'all ain't finna be making all this damn noise.
But that's a normal mom.
That's what I'm saying. We understood. Like, even when our mamas told us that, like, okay, a few hours of no mama talking, we like, hello, what's going on? So, I don't know. That story just doesn't sit well with me, but give or take, it's Bert, and it's Bert's Bizarre Story of the Week. So, what do we say? What are you laughing at, Brittany?
You just gotta get to the bottom of this story. I
do. We really do. This one's one for the books. Well, Bert, we always appreciate you. Thank you for your contributions to the show. Let everybody know how you can be reached, my brother.
Bert at Law. I'm on all platforms, and if you can't find me, that's your personal problem.
He is so extra. All right, so listen. If this is your first time checking out the show, we do this every Saturday morning at 11:10 Central. The format of the show usually flows, but this is like our 7th show, so just trying to reintroduce it to you guys. So my girl right here, Bites with Bestie Britt. Every week she breaks down the hottest entertainment story and gives her thought on it. And of course, Bert comes through with his bizarre story of the week. You just saw what we talked about. And of course, Brim talks sports, music, movies, and all that good stuff. So I have no idea what he's got this morning. Brim, what's good in your neck of the woods, homie?
My brother, Wagwan. Everything. You like
Bless
my
it.
You like my hair?
I can't with the hair. I can't. Where'd you find that? I need one of those pieces. I could have been Jamaican for Halloween.
I got this from Jamaica.
Boop, 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 boop. Listen, there's a man in Jamaica right now. I probably have a wanted picture up in Jamaica. Brittany. Brittany and I went to Jamaica, what's that, 2 years ago? I have a wanted picture up for a bracelet that like the bracelet was $5. And the guy was trying, like, I think I had a $20 bill, and he said he had no change. Give him the 20, he'll bring me back the change later. Give me the bracelet, and I give you the $5 later. So I never was able to give him the $5, but he remembered seeing me walking around the hotel with Brittany. And what he said, Brittany? What he said?
Big Man, where's Big Man? Big Man owe me money, Big Man. And I was like, who? Baby, he described him. He was like,
He hit your ass with a machete?
No, I think Brittany ended up giving him the $5, and I had to give Brittany back the $5 or something like that.
Travis actually gave him the $5 because he was on your ass.
Smart move, Travis. Appreciate you, Travis. My
He
boy
was on your ass.
It's all
He's
good.
still here.
Listen,
$5, Twan.
Brim, before you get carried away, what's good? Before you get carried away, what's going on, dog? What you got? What you got for the people, Brim?
Well, I mean, it's sports, but it ain't, on the field playing. But last week, I ran across this story about it was like a picture, mostly, of this 17-year-old football player from Texas. And they called him, like, Thanos or something like that. The guy from the Avengers, the big
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, this young kid, he was, super huge for his size and stuff like that. And the post had pictures or screenshots of grown-ass women, like, really gawking over this 17-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't really like that because that whole double standard thing go down. And if that was a 17-year-old girl in a cheerleading uniform and she was looking like she was 32, and it was men on that thing, we'll all be blocked. We'll all be canceled. We'll all be pedophiles. We'll all be
perverts.
You got daughters and all type of shit like that too. So I just wanted to see how y'all boys felt about that.
Bert?
Like you said, back to the double standards. It's just like, it's ridiculous. You hold people to a certain, plateau, and then when it falls on the other side, it's like it's forgotten about. I don't understand that. I mean, I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool at all.
I agree. I've seen it. I've seen the post that you were talking about, and women are a lot of y'all women nasty. I'm really classy, as anybody that knows me knows. So I would never do anything like that. But there's definitely a double standard, like calling him sexy, saying what they would do to him, this and that. You don't say that about no child.
It's disturbing. And like Brittany said, at the end of the day, he's a kid, and they know it. So knowingly saying that this 17-year-old and what they would do to him and how he looks and what he can do for them, like, that speaks on their sickness, and it speaks on their loneliness, and they just need to be touched, and he's not the right one to do the touching.
Mm-hmm. And then you don't know if they're praying on him now. Either way it goes, is sick, because now he's 17, you say you ain't gonna touch him, but now you praying on him, waiting until he turn 18 like an egg to hatch. That's crazy.
But then I think when I was 17, I had a couple. Okay, never mind.
Don't bring it old stuff.
Come on, button up the rest of your shirt, bro, for the rest of the show. Button it up.
I didn't even realize that my shirt was not buttoned all the way. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I don't want to hear about that shit.
Y'all gonna let me be fly. Y'all be hating so... Well, not y'all.
You fly on your own, bitch.
Be hating. Well... I don't know what to say about it. I'm pretty sure. Well, they're firing off in the comments about it, but it's sick. Again, it's sick, and I really feel like the women are disgusting, and they should be held accountable. I wish I was on the post when it was really going on, because I would have been calling them out. But needless to say, it is what it is. But Brim, obviously, that really upset you for you to bring it to the table because, Brim, a lot of stuff doesn't really get under your skin. So,
not a lot.
My skin, just observations.
See, observation. Well, that's what it is. All right, so Brim is like our sports analyst, and like you said, he doesn't really always bring sports related stuff, but it kind of has a sports angle to it. So again, we appreciate your contributions to the show, and let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me at Brim to the Low on IG. It Be Like That podcast coming soon. We'll talk about that next week.
Speaking of, before we get too far carried away in the show,
right?
Our dog just celebrated a birthday.
It was my dog's birthday.
40th?
3-4. Let's
40?
do it. What we talking?
You said 40?
Bitch, I said 3-4. You ain't hit no 40 on me.
All I heard was a 4. I'm like, damn, Bert, you look 40, but I didn't think you were 40 just yet.
If I'm 40, you 39.
But moving right along, I like to do a thing called This or That, Twan's This or That. So this week, given that we're all 80s babies, 90s kids, we grew up on the show Martin. And one of the things that we hear all the time when it comes to Martin is that, damn, everybody paid so much attention to Gina because, she was Martin. But Pam was so fine. Like, people are saying now that we're much older, they really wish that they would have given Pam the attention that they gave Gina because Pam was the bad one. So, who do you guys think the bad one on the show Martin? Was it Pam or was it Gina? Brittany, I know how much you love the show, and you know it from season 1 all the way to season 5, episode 27. So how do you feel about it? Who was more bad on the show, Gina or Pam?
The true baddie was definitely Pamela James. Everything she did, from her clothes to her hair, her jokes, pure comedy. Like, I love her so much. Pamela James ain't seen nothing. Pamela James ain't seen nothing, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. That's the original baddie. Everything.
Period. Brim.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something after that. Like, but okay. I thought long and hard about this. The whole 30 seconds that Bestie Britt was talking. Gina was cute, but you know what really ruined it for me? She had on like this. It was one scene or one episode. She had on like this Pinocchio outfit with like this little ass vest and these slacks. But B2B. I'm gonna get it to B2B. That shit won
every time.
That shit won that.
Okay, Pam 2-0. Pam is 2-0. Bert at Law, who you rolling with?
I'm rolling with Pam, man. Gina had a water head.
So
that head was water.
He was sick, dog. The man is so sick. I cannot stand
that head be heavy, and I mean that literally.
All right, well, I feel you too. I feel y'all. So I think Pam is just gonna go 4 for 4. I enjoy Pam. Like, I enjoy her comedy. Her timing is on point, and her and Martin had such the chemistry. I just believe, like, just being an avid viewer of the show, like in the beginning, Martin was kind of scared to go there, but Pam was pulling him in, like, bitch, let's go there. And I think that made their camaraderie so much more better. And I think, like, believe it or not, towards, like, Brittany and I, we talk about Martin all the time. Pam carried the last season of the show because whatever the fuck Martin and Gina was going through, Pam was like the middle person. So I got to give it to Pam just for being who she is, that thick, beautiful chocolate girl. What's up, Pam?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Pam?
Yes, sir. Pam, give him the time, please.
I wouldn't do it, Pam. I wouldn't do it. That didn't even look believable. What's up?
It don't matter. You need to learn, though.
What's up, Pam? I can't relate.
It sounded good.
All right, so listen.
With Tommy too, did she did fuck with Tommy. Now you got the bald head going, man. You might trim it a little bit up, but you got the Tommy going.
You ain't got
she might fuck with you.
And you ain't got no job.
Yeah, no.
So listen, I think we got time for one more this or that. So I had a cousin in town last week, and we went out to dinner, and we went to Benihana. And Benihana is never my choice when I think of eating Chinese food. I never want to go to Benihana. Like, that's so 10 years ago. Like, my taste buds have grown since then. I often think that Japan Inn is way better than Benihana. What do you guys think about it? Japan Inn gets my vote all day, especially the one out in Weston. I do the one in Sunrise if I have to, but the one out in Weston just gives me everything that is given. So my vote goes to Japan Inn. How do you feel about it, Brittany?
Every time I walk in, I have on my fur coat, so I usually like tighten it a little bit and look around like, the ghetto. I don't like Japan Inn. I love Benihana. Me and my nephew.
Well, I'll give you this: the setting in Japan Inn is very dark, but the food and the texture of the food is 10 times better than Benihana.
It's a no
so
for
give
me.
me Benihana's setting, but give me Japan Inn's food.
Bert. One time I almost got set on fire when I was there. Me and this little old lady that sat next to me. No flame. No flame should be that bright. No.
Bert.
I literally almost fell back in my chair.
I cannot. I remember that too. Benihana or Japan Inn?
You was there. You was there.
Yeah, I think I was there too. Listen here. I like Japan Inn over Benihana, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Japan Inn was slipping because one time we was in that bitch, we had to move tables because that bitch was dripping from the roof. And a bitch thought I was gonna have yum yum sauce and rusted rain, and that wasn't it. I'm not with no shit like that. So they were losing points. I hope they don't fix the roof, but I ain't been back since, bitch. But my opinion, I think Japan Inn was here.
They give you more food.
Yeah.
Brim, I'm disappointed. Because I already know what you're about to say, but what do you think?
Like neither one of the ass.
I was gonna say Brim ain't gonna.
I knew it. I knew it. It's crazy how well we know each other. So Brim ain't rolling with none of them.
The Jamaican. Brim want the Jamaican food.
Brim want oxtail.
See, I wasn't even thinking. Brim want the oxtails and the curry chicken.
And I want it.
Give me cocoa bread, 2 cocoa bread, one curry chicken, large oxtail, extra gravy, panda rice. Give me all that. And I want it.
And make sure before you eat it, you give thanks.
And you rude heifers at Donna's, have a better attitude when people come in. But needless to say, we've got to get out of here. But I've got to show love to our sponsors. We had our first sponsor. This is our first sponsored episode. It is being brought to you by our friends at Indigo Bath Company. So listen, Gotti, bestie. It's one and the same. I do it all the time. It's a plant-based bath and body scrub and spa that they sent over to us. This right here is the ginger peach nectar. It's the hand and body scrub. It's for men and women. So Brim and Bert, don't feel no kind of way. It's for men and women. But this one just so happened to be the ginger peach nectar. Love it. Gotti, I know we're going to love this one, Britt. This right here is the honey bourbon coffee. It's the exfoliating and stimulating whipped butter body scrub. Like, girl, this is life. Like, no, this is
sounds good.
And it's honey bourbon coffee. And it's a body scrub.
You got my sample?
For more information, you can visit them online at indigobathcompany.com. And they also have a code. If you use the special code that you see on your screen right here, it's Indigo Tribe. I'm not sure if you actually have to use the hashtag, but it's either hashtag Indigo Tribe or Indigo Tribe. Try both of them. And you can receive 10% off your order. Let them know that the Don's Den, we sent you, and make sure that you tag them. You can find them on Instagram at Shop Indigo Bath Company. For more information, you can hit us up at 2360.com. All right, y'all. So I'm excited about it. All right, so we got a long day ahead of us. It's still super early. This time change is still messing with me. It's cold here in Dallas. It's like 50 degrees, and I'm just so happy to be here. I was saying the other day. Say it again.
Bert.
No, seriously. No, but all jokes aside, I was saying the other day, like, given the fact that here we are rolling into the last month of the year. This year has been so crazy. Last week, they gave us an extra hour of 2020, so we got 2020 for a whole nother hour. But, I mean, just to be here and to made it this far with COVID and just people dropping like flies, like people we know, friends and family, I mean, it just really feels good to be here in this space and time and actually sharing it with y'all. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Bless, man. Bless.
Yes, sir. Job bless. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. All right, so listen, I'm Twan the Don. This is the Don's Den. Of course, we do this every Saturday morning at 11:10 Central with my girl, Bestie Britt, the homie Bert at Law, and of course, Brim to the Low. You can follow us anywhere on social media at the Don's Den, and we'll see you guys next Saturday for our Thanksgiving special. Hopefully, maybe we'll come up with a dish. Everybody presents a dish, but I know y'all can't cook, so I won't put y'all under that kind of pressure.
Man, anyway, shut it down for y'all. It's
all right, y'all.
You can cook, Bert?
I cook it all. I serenade and cook for a bit. What you talking about?
Now, Brim, I know Whitney does all the cooking, right?
For the most part, I mean, I do a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, a little hot dogs and tater tots.
Hey,
Whitney,
that sounded like man bashing. Don't you go no further. That sounded like man bashing. Stop.
Because it said hot dogs and tater tots?
No, you talking about because I don't think you cook nothing. You gonna give all the benefit to the woman. What is your problem?
I said right. I gave him a chance to answer the question the right way.
And then you gonna answer it how you want to answer it.
Bitch, what you cook today?
Bashing ass.
What you cook?
But you know what? You lucky you in Texas right now.
Or
I got a bash for you.
Or
who?
Because I know how to cook. So
he got that fighter in the back of his screen and think he can fight.
Twan like a Haitian homeboy I know. Twan only know how to cook spaghetti, and that's it. Just spaghetti.
Well, you're definitely not telling the truth because spaghetti is not a dish of mine. Sorry. You name it, I can cook it. You want to do a challenge? We can do a challenge.
We can do the cook-off. You ain't said nothing. We can make that.
You gonna fly right to Publix and grab some chicken tenders and put it on the plate and try to.
Nah.
All right,
I ain't no chicken tender type of buddy, boy.
Bert, we can sit here and do this all day, and we won't get nowhere with it.
Let's go ahead and get it, man.
We won't go.
We're gonna cook off one of these days.
We won't get nowhere with it. Brim, like, you know what I appreciate about Brim? Like, no matter which one of us act ignorant, he always just sits back until the very end, until it gets very heated. Until the fire turns up, then Brim steps in and try to break it all up. So before that happens, before me and Bert sit here and go back and forth and things get carried away, I'm gonna press this button. We're gonna end this show, and we'll be back next Saturday for all new and exciting Twan 360. Bert, I'm gonna cut your ass out. Have a great day, everybody.
Twan 360. Twan 360. Got what you need. Twan 360. Twan 360. Got what you need.